Hey, this is Max. This is another CSR2 video. I am here looking at the performance trial with PP limitation for T1. Now, since this is a trial for keys, you absolutely want to do this trial, even if it's hard to set up a car for it sometimes. But in fact, for T1, it's actually not that hard to set up a car for PP restriction because you have the almighty Abarth, the favorite car for Donna to give you with keys. I have had so many Abarths, I could probably start a dealership. In any case, I'm skipping right to the final 5 races in the trial because that's where the races are generally the hardest. And since this is just to showcase that the Abarth at a mere 220 some PP is a mighty little machine, we don't really need to see all 15 races. I think the final 5 kind of tells the tale. The Abarth is really not that bad a car. It just is a T1, and it is one of the first cars that you probably pulled from a key, which left a bad taste in your mouth, and in the long run, a lot of hatred for it, because you will keep pulling one after another. However, with a TNT tune, if you don't understand what a TNT tune is, it is a tire, trans, nitrous tune, meaning you're only adding stages to tire, trans, and nitrous, and adding fusions to those 3 stages, tuning to max evo, and playing with the car that way. The Abarth only reaches about 200 something evo and can easily come under the cap for the restriction trial, and at the same time, it's a mean little machine with this TNT tune, and can actually do very well both here for the restriction trial, and also, in fact, in live, which I will do 1 or 2 races later to demonstrate. But here you can see, it's kind of tricky to launch it with the drop needle method. So I'm actually launching it by the tapping the gas to hold the needle in place method. Kind of a way that people would do it in real life in some sense. But the Abarth actually does very well in the sense that it runs well under its potential with the TNT tune. I'm actually missing a few fusions too, and the car's running 13.5. With full fusions, TNT tune, this car actually can come in at about 13.2. It's not a dominating car as it was when there were less T1 cars around, but it is pretty good now. It's still competitive. And for a new player who has very few other cars to work with and really want those keys that the live races provide, and also these restriction trials provide, you definitely don't want to be skipping out on these trials. You want to use your Abarth, earn those keys, and hopefully Donna will be in a favorable mood and doesn't give you another Abarth. Now we're on the final race. As you can see, with this tune, the car is looked at by the computer as not having much potential to get under 14. The computer is barely running 14 seconds. This car is running 13.5. Even if you're running 13.2 with full fusion, I think the opponent cars will still be easily 4/10 slower than you are. So easy way to earn those keys at the T1 PP restriction. This tune can also apply to some degree for the T2 and T3 restriction, although for some of those, you could use a different car. You have to use a different car than the Abarth, obviously, but you can actually use some of the boss cars for certain ones of the PP restriction trials, such as T4. Kurtz's Mustang with full fusion actually does quite well for the restriction trial for T4. In any case, let me show you what the tune, not the tune, but the setup looks like on this car. The tune is real simple. Just tune it to maximum evo. The setup is also simple. I only bothered to install 3 type of parts: the nitrous, the tire, and the transmission. I put what fusions I did have on it, and so far I have not had any transmission fusions show up, which is surprising since almost every trial I do for fusions, the good old fusion trials you get a few of each season, all I get are Abarth parts. So complaints aside, I actually like this car. Let me show you how it works in live. So here we are in live racing, looking for an opponent. Now, the Abarth used to be pretty dominating in this lobby with this setup. However, things have changed. New cars got introduced, and this car isn't as strong and dominating as it used to be. However, it is certainly not a pushover. I wouldn't necessarily use this card to bet big money, but I would certainly use it to earn my keys quickly when I'm in the mood. Again, no launch button. Just launch it just like you would do on the map. And it's easy peasy. Got a nice lead going here. No problemo there. So, against another T1, it should be a pretty straightforward race. No real issues. You're not going to get much RP points out of this. However, with a wild card, it's actually not that bad. You could be pushing almost 600 a shot. You know, here's the thing. With the T1s, you don't get bumped up as quickly into faster lobbies. And even if you do get bumped up a little bit, you can usually still handle it. So, during a short wild card like the 150, if you're just struggling elsewhere, I mean, it doesn't hurt to run a T1 and just win every race. Ooh, 50K. I'm too poor on this account to be risking 50K. Sorry, buddy. Although I think I have a chance against this Boxster, I'm simply not going to waste my money testing it. See if we can find someone else to race. Something's not right. Either he's betting or something else is going on. Disconnected. Okay. Next. There we go, T2 car. Let's take him on. Now, the 4C is a good car in this lobby. I think it potentially could give me a run for my money. Let's see how it goes. Regardless, the Abarth, because it has such low PP rating, opponents with similar performance and PP rating probably isn't going to be running as well as yours. That's why it used to be a pretty dominating car in the slow T1 lobby. With full fusion, the Evo points go up to 500 something, which means you actually earn decent, not great, but decent RP for the type of car you're using. Won that one pretty easily as well. There's my 10 silver keys for running 15. I'm going to go back to lobby. So, if you liked the video and you actually learned something useful about the Abarth, leave a like, subscribe to my channel. I will periodically put up videos when I think of something I think people should know. And also I regularly put up videos for other types of cars in T5 that I've been tweaking for live racing. I really enjoy the game in live racing, and I hope you do as well. I think this is going to be stuck because I just tried to leave the lobby. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you next time.